what other forms of community involvement can you get into to help build your client base?
We talked about primary care providers being the number one healthcare provider that finds out about mental health issues. But the reality is that school settings, so elementary, middle, high schools, and college settings, get lots of requests or notice when there's a lot of mental health problems happening. Most colleges have a student health center, letting the colleges know that you've started a practice, who you're seeing, what your rates are. Going to give a talk or meeting the people at the local college student health center. And most colleges even have a square where in the fall, they'll run health fairs, signing up to do a free depression screening, and go there with some. We've had great success going to campuses with our iPads, have people do a little questionnaire, talk about it.
Yep. We did do that. That was fun.
And so that can be fun and, a great way to go directly to people that might need help. It gets a little trickier for the public school system because there's paranoia around if a school or a teacher says this kid needs mental health services, that then the school district is going to need to pay for it, which has truth to it. So the strategy there is more, we've given talks to the mental health professionals at school districts. We've given talks for parent-teacher associations. We've given talks on normal development at high schools. So you reach out to the parents, PTA groups, offer special education nights and sort of get your name out there in those settings for some of the lower grade school, elementary, middle, and high schools. Then you've got community healthcare events. We just had a neighborhood event in the Elmwood region of Berkeley, and there were dentists out there, and there were some other businesses out there. We've done this before. It's a fun way to give out a squeezy stress ball and let people know, hey, we just opened up nearby and we're cool and come see us. There are bigger healthcare events that happen. So looking both in neighborhood, city, and county and seeing what's happening in your area. And it's often free to just set up a booth there and get your name out. And I know I'm blazing lots of information here, but I'll say the final...
It's good stuff.
The final one we've done is, and especially here in Silicon Valley, but large companies tend to have events for their employees. So even, and we're not even talking, Facebook or Apple or that size, but companies that have 50 or 75 or 100 employees, they're often very happy to have a mental health professional come in and, again, do a free screening. We've done things where we've brought our espresso machine to say hi to different employees and offer a screening, and just, a workplace. You may not have someone come up and say they're in really bad shape and need help because they're worried their boss is listening, but they may come up and say hi, and then you might get a phone call a few days later, like wanting to engage in services. Hopefully that's helpful, and you can sort of pick the things that make you feel the least anxious to go out and... even though we treat anxiety, it still can be anxiety provoking for all of us to go out and do these events.